We are going to dive into bags and history of the makeup room of Tati and go through crappy products together. You will have to like sell your soul for this primer. I've talked about this being overly expensive before, but this is just not very good and I just don't get it. And you get not even a full ounce. Who do you think you are? You're all for show. I'm gonna use a sponge that I despise. This is not as porous as a beauty blender. It won't do its job. This is from the Cream Shop and it just is pointy, awkward to hold, and really hard to blend things in. So it just, oh my, like ow. The issue that I have with this one right here is that it is thick, and so it can tend to build up on the skin really quickly, but it doesn't have enough pigmentation in it to really cover everything. This is literally called Glam Au Flash. It is supposed to be full coverage. It's not. We're gonna move right into a concealer that I don't know why I still have this. It stinks too. Well, that just looks terrible. And that one right there was kind of like trying to be Shape Tape, but just didn't give you enough of a punch and did end up creasing, and that's why I didn't like it. So that's why it was in the bad bin. I picked this up thinking that it would be the best ever. I had never tried anything else from them, so I was like, this has to be so good. Hello, welcome to my nightmare. This is the worst powder I've ever tried. The reason I don't like this powder, it sinks in really quickly to areas and not others, and it gives a very uneven finish. And I don't know what is in here that grips and grabs and makes everything look blotchy, but this one I actually, seriously, I would not recommend this.
Do you need anything?
No. Some new friends maybe. Yeah, see, that just does not blend very well. Okay, so moving on, I am gonna go into this BUXOM Divine Goddess palette. This has the grossest texture and it's overpriced, and that's why I don't like it. And it's just so Vaseline-y, and it's really tough to just get it to sink into one area. And it does that thing that I talk about a lot, where you can tell a good highlight from a bad highlight if it completely eats away at your foundation and all of your product. And that's what this one does. It like sucks it up or something, and it does this weird thing where you'll have like this bald patch. It's really not a highlight, or what are you? Are you a blush? You're really hard to blend. Okay, so we're gonna go into the LORAC Los Angeles Pro 4. To me, this was the most disjointed pro palette that they ever came out with. It just feels so all over the place, right? And then a lot of the palettes that were printed are just like, I don't know, it drives me insane that this is crooked and that these are crooked. Do you see that? Are you like breathing heavy right now? Because I sure am. These have a lot of kickback. They are very dusty. A lot of these colors, the tones of them are not my absolute fave. They are pretty, but the tone of them when you apply them just ends up looking a little bit muddy. I'm gonna go in with Milk Makeup. This is the Longwear Gel Eyeliner. Okay, so this made it into the bin because of its really crazy, harsh, difficult time that you will have blending this, even though it comes with a smudgy where you are supposed to be able to really blend it out. You have to tug on the eye so much. The other issue that I have with these is they crumble quite a bit and they will kind of get trapped in your eyelash, and then they do that thing where it's hard to whisk them away. The Kush mascara from Milk, I tried it probably 5 times, but honestly, it smudges on me in 2.2 seconds. It stings when I put it on. It clumps. It's just honestly like one of the worst mascaras I've ever tried, ever, period, ever.
Put your hand